right, what's going on? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen and beautiful people of I Am. How is everybody feeling tonight? If you guys can hear me loud and clear, I want you guys to type a 111 for me in that chat box. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys can hear me, and it is time to get this thing rocking and rolling. Family, you know what time it is. We are officially back for the 5 days of fever. We are day 4. We are ready for the next breakthroughs. We are ready for the next chairman elites. We are ready for the next educator elites to come through and make a shift in our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so beyond grateful. I am so beyond blessed. I am so beyond excited. All right, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and tonight we have the pinnacles on tonight. We have the top of the top on tonight. We have the cream of the crop on tonight. We literally have two of the most effective individuals in the industry that's going to be on here tonight. Family, we want to absolutely slam this Zoom call. We want nothing shy of 2,000 people tonight. We want to be like that Bitcoin. We want to keep being bullish all 2021. So let's go ahead. Let's slam this Zoom. You guys already know we're going to be starting 10 minutes past the hour, right? So we want to come here. We want to talk to some people. We want to address some people. We wanted to get into some people's souls. So let's make sure that we take these next couple of minutes and we get our organizations on. We get our teams on, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and slam this Zoom. How many of you guys are ready for higher highs this year? I want you guys to type all the way up for me in that chat box. If you are ready to be all the way up in this season of your life, if you guys are ready to be all the way up in this year of your life, if you're ready to be all the way up in that back office, if you're ready to be all the way up in that trading account, let's do it, family. Let's do it. Let's slam this Zoom. Let's have some fun. Woo! Last 4 days have been absolutely incredible. I cannot tell you the sheer amount of excitement that has been happening, the sheer amount of people that have been having breakthroughs through this boot camp, the people that have been needing to hear the words, the God-ordained words that were just waiting for them to be heard, flowing through the mouths of some of our chairmen, elites inside of this company. The breakthroughs in the trading that some of the customers needed to hear from our elite educators. It has been happening here. We couldn't be more excited. We couldn't be more grateful. We couldn't be more blessed than to be alive in this moment, in this season of our life, family. We are officially in 2021. This is the year of prosperity. This is the year that you're going to make your providence and wealth. This is your year, family. Let's go ahead and let's continue to slam this Zoom. Let's absolutely make this happen. I could not be more excited for you guys. I could not be more excited for the organization. I could not be more excited for the future of I Am Mastery Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to make history tonight. Tonight is going to be a night of all nights. Let's make sure that we are slamming this Zoom. Let's make sure we are in those chats. Let's make sure we are doing that full work. Remember, it's not hard work, it's heart work. We want to make sure that we are digging into the people. We want to make sure that our customers are here so we can properly empower them. We want to make sure that our IBOs are here so we can properly enrich them. Our goal is one mission and one mission only, and that is to empower, to enrich, and to educate over 1 million lives. Together we can change the world. They say if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, we go together. There is power in unity. There is power in numbers. Like the great Bob Proctor said, our master mentor, that wealth is simply a transfer of energy. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to give that energy. Tonight, we are going to transmute our thoughts. Tonight, we're going to transmute our emotions, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we're going to turn everything into energy. And that energy is going to attract so much wealth, so much abundance, so much breakthroughs in our lives. I feel it. Guys, we are officially back to day 4. We want to welcome everybody back to day 4. Best of both worlds. MEGATON, our 5 days of fever with our elite educators and our elite chairman, giving you the very best of the best, the top information, the top education, the things that you need to go ahead and elevate the things that you need to go ahead and exceed. I don't know anywhere in the world where you can get multiple 8-figure earners to come here and give you personal mentorship. I don't know any other industry in the world where people want to see you do better than them. Family, welcome to I Am Mastery Academy. Welcome to your home. Welcome to your future. Welcome to your family. As we like to say, welcome to the future. Boy, I am so blessed. How many of you guys are feeling blessed, family? Let me know where you guys are calling in from that chat box. Let's see what corner of the world, let's see what region of the world we are impacting the most. As a matter of fact, you know what we're going to do tonight, family? Tonight we're going to put on. Family, I want you guys to drop your teams in that chat box. Whatever team you're a part of, I want you to drop that team in that chat box. Let's see what team is heaviest on the check-in. Let's see what team is really representing. Let's see what chairman is really putting on for their organization. Let's see, family. Let's see what chairmans, what P1000s, what P2000s, what P5000s is really here to impact their organization. How many people are here to serve a higher purpose and not serve their ego? How many people are ready to get in line with the vision to truly impact? Not to just elevate ourselves, but to elevate the lives and the minds of so many around us. Like the great Jim Rohn said, the service to many will lead to greatness. Tonight, we are serving many. Tonight, we are serving many, family. Let's officially lock in this Zoom. Let's see, we have the Next Gen family. We have Freedom Evolution in the building. We have Royal Circle in the building. We have the Cash Flow Blueprint. We have Elite Capital, STR in the building, STS, Next Gen, Pure Empire, Next Gen. Come on, family, where you representing? Retire Wealthy's in the building, NYMB, Elite Capital. Let's go, family. Who is representing tonight? SMT, let's go, let's go, let's go. STS. You already know. You already know. Season of Abundance is officially in the building. The Champions of Wealth, how you doing? Prestigious Profits, how you doing? Pure Empire, how are you doing? All right, family, let's switch it back up. We got Empire in the building. DMV Traders Club is in the building. All right, family, let's see what part of the world we're calling in from. Where are we having this on the check-in? Where is our biggest impact happening? Is it in New York, Chicago? Is it London? Is it Puerto Rico, Oregon, New Jersey, Canada? Somebody said Wakanda. B-More, DMV, Philadelphia, LA, Kenya. Florida is in the building. Toronto from the 6th, Wisconsin. British Columbia, Canada, Jamaica, Latvia, Texas, West Palm, New Jersey, New York, Florida, UK. Come on, family. That chat box is going too slow. If I can read it and I can keep up the locations, we don't have enough. We're not impacting enough. Our numbers are going up, family. Let's break our first threshold of 500 participants on this call. We're going to be getting started in the next couple of minutes. I want to welcome everybody back to the official Best of Both Worlds Megathon, our 5 days of fever with our Chairman Elite, with our Educator Elite. This call is literally littered with 7- and 8-figure earners that are here to pour their heart, their mind, their soul, their experience into each and every single one of you to give you that breakthroughs. The last 3 to 4 days have been phenomenal. The information has been phenomenal. Family, if you've been having a breakthrough, I want you guys to type breakthrough in that chat box. If you have heard something in the last 3 days that has helped you get to that next level in your mind, I want you to type breakthrough in that chat box. If you have learned something from the trade education that is going to help you profit more, I want you to write it down and put breakthrough. Because whatever you write down, remember you drop the D and you O-W-N. You own it. You own this moment. This is the moment. This is the appointed moment in your life where you are taking control. This is the appointed moment in your life where everything is being corrected. This is the appointed moment in your life where all the barriers are coming down. This is your season. This is your year. This is your day. We're so excited to have everybody here. Let's continue to slam this Zoom call, family. Let's get in that leadership text box. Let's get in those chat boxes. Let's get in those telegrams. Let's get in those discords. Let's make sure that we are able to impact. We have literally the best of the best in the industry on here today. literally the best of the industry in here today. Individuals that earn more than 7 figures, sheesh, in a monthly basis. Family, let's do what we do best. Let's absolutely honor those that come before us. You know, they say that a wise man learns from his mistakes, but a genius learns from the mistakes of others. Well, tonight we are here to learn from the mistakes of others. Tonight we are here to bask in the wisdom and the experience of others. Tonight we are here to play our part, to step on the rung in our ladder of success, to be able to climb higher. That's what we're here for tonight. We're here to listen to the elites of the elites. Family, let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get the teams on. We are about to break 500 on this Zoom. We need 1,000 on this Zoom in the next 5 minutes, family. This is not good enough. I believe we could do more. I believe we could do more for our chairman elites. We can do more. For our teams, we can do more. For ourselves, we can do more. Sheesh, I'm so excited. We're going to be getting over there. We're going to be getting here, family. I'm so excited. We're getting this thing rocking and rolling. We're going to be here in the next couple of minutes. All right. Let's switch it up. We have the next couple of minutes. How many ladies do we have in the building? All righty. How many ladies do we have in the building? Ladies, if you are here, if you are in the building and you're ready to be up, ladies, I want you to type up and stuck in that chat box. Ladies, I want you to type up and stuck in that chat box. Ladies, you don't need a man. No. Ladies, you don't need a sugar daddy. No. You got a father, and that's the one God gave you. You are the boss. You are pretty and paid. You are the CEO of Stilettos. You are the ones that's taking charge. Oh, girl, you're going to be making so much money. You're going to be looking at your man like, baby, you can't even afford to take me out to lunch on a Monday. Get your money up. Fellas, come on, fellas. Come on, fellas. Let's get these girls. They got to be up and they got to be stuck, fellas. Come on. Come on. There is no Netflix and chill. We're about to 4X and chill. We're going to 4X and chill all over this world. So these girls are up and they're stuck. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, family. We're going to be getting started in the next 5 minutes. We want to welcome everybody back to the best of both worlds. The 5 days of fever. Tonight, we literally have the best of the best. Tonight, we literally have the cream of the crop. Tonight, we have our executive vice president, Mr. Alex Morton. We have the one and only one of the founders of the DCX platform, Mr. Crypto Picasso. I mean, family, you're literally listening to 8-figure earners tonight. They're going to be pouring their information. They're going to be pouring their education. They're going to be providing you with the missing pieces that you needed to make your life a whole working part. They're going to give you the information that you needed to get that breakthrough in your business. They're going to be giving you that information that you need to get your breakthrough in the trading arena. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm so excited, family. How many of you guys are absolutely excited for tonight? We're going to be getting started in the next couple of minutes, family. We need to do one more final push. We need to do one more final push. We need to break 1,000 people on this Zoom tonight. We can do better for our teams. Alrighty, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We officially broke 600 participants on this call. In a company that is ready to serve over 1 million lives around the world, 600 is what we have on this call. We need to break this Zoom, family. Our goal is to empower, to enrich, and to educate over 1,000 lives. Remember, we either serve our ego or we serve a higher purpose. We are here doing God's work. We are here to help impact the individuals. We are here because there are single mothers out there that need this information. We are here because there are single fathers that are out there that need this information. We are here because there are broken homes that are literally cursed with generational curses, that are poverty-stricken, that they come from a family and a mindset of lack. But tonight, we want to unleash. Tonight, we want to unshackle. Tonight, we want to unchain. And we want to be able to step into our greatness. Family, we want to help you step into your greatness. Let's go ahead and let's slam this Zoom. Let's help everybody step into their greatness. This 5 days of fever, we are here in such a glorious moment in our lives. We are in such a glorious season. We are in such a wondrous transition in human history, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know that you are literally living through history? While the world is literally concerned with politics, while the world is concerned with so many things, what are we doing? We are participating in the largest transfer of wealth in human history. We are literally shifting the dynamics. We're shifting the paradigms of so many. Right? We're putting the power back into the hands of the people. That is what we are doing here. Family, we are so beyond excited to be here. We're so beyond blessed to be able to have access to this leadership, to have access to this mentorship, to be able to be a part of I Am Mastery Academy, literally the largest educational company in the world for digital entrepreneurs. We're letting people beat the banks at their own game. We're letting people make it rain on their bosses. Because baby, when you are here, you are powerful. When you are here, there is no holding you back. You are unemployable. I want you guys to type in unemployable for me in that chat box. If you guys are ready to be up and stuck all 2021. If you guys are ready to be up and paid all 2021. If this is going to be the year that's going to be the year, your year, I want you to type unemployable in that chat box, family. We're going to be getting started in the next 60 or so seconds. We're going to be getting this thing rocking and rolling. Family, give me just one moment here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the time has arrived. The time has arrived. The time has arrived. Put those final texts in your chat box. Let's get ready to lower this music. Let's get ready to get this party started. We're going to stop sharing the screen and we're going to get this thing ready to be rocking and rolling. All righty. So first off, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful people of I Am, we want to officially welcome everybody back to the 5 days of fever, the best of both world megathons, where we are bringing you chairman elite, where we are bringing you educator elite, where we are literally putting you in front of some of the greatest minds, of some of the most brilliant traders that are so graciously walking this earth right now, people that have literally had God put their hands on their shoulders, that have allowed them to go ahead and lead a successful organization, to go on and lead a successful company. This company is worth millions, hundreds of millions, and it is soon going into the billions. We are here to empower, to impact, and to enrich the lives of over 1 million people, and that you are the one that counts for that 1 million people. We're so excited to be here for you tonight. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to officially kick this off with our very first portion of day 4 with our very own Chairman Elite, Mr. Alex Morton. Now, before I bring this gentleman on the line, first off, I want you guys to light up that chat box with some fire emojis for my guy, Alex. Let me tell you a little bit about Alex. Alex is not only a self-made author, right? He is, I mean, this guy has so many accolades. It's literally driving. I just had a brain fart. It's so funny. But I'll tell you how I know Alex. Alex was first known in the industry as being the individual that had completely transformed a previous company. He went on to become home-based businesses, literally distributor of the year. He was quite arguably the most famous, the most notorious, the most known home-based business professional in this entire industry. And by the grace of God, he was able to get connected with this company. When he was able to get connected with this company, with his experience, with his connections, with his leadership, listen, family, the highest paid profession in the world is leadership. He was able to transform this company from 1,000 people to well over 300,000 people in over 120 different countries around the world, and has helped shape I Am Mastery Academy to be what it is today. He is by far one of the most successful people. His mindset is on another level, and we are excited to be able to have him here today. So please, let's give it up for the pinnacle of our company, the one, the only, our executive vice president, Mr. Alex Morton. Thank you for being here with us tonight, brother. I appreciate you so much.
What's going on, everybody? That's a heck of an introduction. Manny, my brother, I want to say, so proud of you. I caught a couple snippets of this week so far, the 5 days of fever. I absolutely love the title, and you really summoned the heavy hitters for this organization. So I just wanted to tell everybody on the call, whether you're a part of Manny's group or not, listen, this is just one team, one family, one dream, one I Am Mastery Academy, and Manny is a type of leader that is truly selfless and is really a servant-driven leader. Obviously, there's a big event coming up, all right, next month in Dallas, Texas. And he said, you know what, I want to create, these 5 days of fever. I want to get some people on here to really give some value, some insight, and really help impact people and help them go to the next level. So I want to say, shout out to you, Manny. Drop some ones in the chat box for my brother, Manny. I'll never forget watching him speak for the first time. It was New York City. I'm not sure how much money he was making. The way he spoke, it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. It probably wasn't back then, but I said, man, this guy has got some talent. This guy has some skill set. And then we were chopping it up before and after the event. And I'm like, not only is he so talented and skilled and driven, he's actually a humble, nice guy as well. And I'll be the first to tell you, man, nice guys, they don't finish last. They actually finish first when you're a nice guy the right way. So for those of you watching right now on Zoom, on all these other platforms, listen, my name is Alex Morton. I'm a chairman elite and I Am Mastery Academy. It's just a title. Who I am as a person, I'm a normal guy from a small town in Ohio. And growing up, I had big goals and I had big dreams, and I wanted to not just make a lot of money, but I wanted to impact a lot of people. And I know tonight's topic is, a top earner's lifestyle, but really I'm going to call it the big picture. I'm going to give you guys some big picture thinking of what you need to be doing on a daily basis, and also what's possible for you, right? We have to be careful with the income claims and stuff like that. But let me tell you something. This is, I believe this to be the highest paid profession on the planet, especially for normal, average people. Everybody's an average person, right? We can have above average dreams, goals, and desires. So like a lot of people, I saw this profession, I saw this industry. Tonight, I'm also going to talk about going pro and how to really do that. But when I saw this business model in 2011, I was a college kid, right? I was going to school. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to make money. I wanted to help people, but I didn't have a network. I didn't have any net worth at all. I was broke. I tell people I was broke, busted, and disgusted. And I saw this industry. It was not this company. It was something way inferior to this company. But I saw something and I said, man, this is something I can get behind. Free enterprise, freedom, right? That's what this company is about. It's about free enterprise and it's about freedom. It's about you being white, black, Hispanic, from Africa, from Europe, from Asia, from the Middle East. It's you coming from a family where your dad's a truck driver or your dad's a janitor, or it's for you that your dad or mom is a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. This is an equal opportunity profession, and it's an equal opportunity business and company. And that's what I fell in love with back in 2011. I got started. I was not good. I was not a professional, which we're going to talk about here tonight, but I kept on keeping on. So if you're watching this right now, you got to make sure to keep on keeping on. What's that mean? That means no matter how bad it gets, how tough it gets, what kind of challenges you got to overcome, you know that you're focused on the end result. You're focused on becoming a top earner. I'm becoming a top impactor, right? Somebody that walks in a room, 50 countries around the world, and people say, you know what, I respect this guy, I respect this girl because of what they've done for me, or what they've done for my family, or what they've done for this company. So in 2016, that is when I saw this company for the very first time. And just like this 5 days of fever, I saw the best of both worlds. I didn't know Forex. I didn't know really anything about cryptocurrency. I heard of Bitcoin before, but I didn't really understand what it was. And then I saw this compensation plan. Okay, for those of you on the call, over 1,000 people on the Zoom line right now, listen, I'm not an expert trader. I am not an educator for the company. What I become an expert in is sales, leadership, marketing, building teams, and helping people get to 6, 7 plus figure income. So that's what I'm going to focus on here tonight. I'm going to talk about how all of you can make a couple simple decisions, right? And decide to go pro and go all the way to the top. It's not hype. It's not BS. It's not nonsense. It is what it is. It is the truth. And this is the truth. If you're on this right now, if you're watching me talk to you right now, you have what it takes inside of you to manifest any goal, dream, and desire you have right now in your life. Okay. If you tell me what you want, we can show you how to get it through this business model, right? So I Am Mastery Academy. Okay. Financial education, financial literacy. You guys are going to hear from a legend after me in financial literacy and education, right? But what I want to focus on is what happens in your life when you decide to go pro. What happens in your life when you make the decision that you're going to become a chairman in this company, okay? I talk to everybody as if their goal, okay, is to get to a minimum of $10,000 a month, right? So let's talk big picture here. What's it look like? Well, I'll tell you how to do it, and then I'll tell you exactly what it looks like, because I at one point was making $150 a month. I at one point was making $600 a month. I remember the day I became a millionaire in this industry in 2000 and I believe early 2014. Okay. I remember all these little moments, and I'm going to try to summarize really in about 35, 40 minutes here on how you can get your life and your business and your money to the level you desire and what going pro really looks like. So the first philosophy I want to talk about is treating this business like a multi-million-dollar business today. Okay, not waiting to $1,000 a month, not waiting to $2,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 a month. I'm talking to the newest person. Hey, you making $150 a month, or you just at 2 and free. Okay, if you desire to become financially independent and financially free because of this opportunity and company, you must start treating this business like a multi-million-dollar business. When I came into this company, I'll never forget, Jason Brown and Matthew Rosa were splitting $10,000 a month. And I remember talking to them, and we were having these conversations about where this is going, what we're about to do, why this is going to get so big, how it's going to get so big, and really what we need to be focused on. And the same thing my mentor told me is what I told them. Start to treat this business like you're already Chairman 500 and watch what happens to your income. Right? When you respect something, when you care for something, right? When you prioritize something, that something will grow and mature and turn into a beautiful harvest, in this case, of Chairman 10, 25, 50, 100, 750, pinnacle, right? That's what we're focusing on. So for those of you taking notes, philosophy number 1 on how to go pro is to treat this business like it's already, guess what? A multi-million-dollar business. Do you have a calendar? Do you have a schedule, right? I got a schedule in my phone. I have an executive assistant. You don't need an executive assistant, but one day it might make sense for you. I know what I need to be doing. I knew I had to be in this office, sitting here with a clean shirt on, all right, at exactly 6:08 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, okay? Because it was in my calendar. I had it on the books, and then I'm like, all right, now I got to execute. So the philosophy number 1 on how to go pro is treat the business like it's already paying you $100,000 a year, and it will soon be paying you $100,000 a year. Too many people in the company, their mentality is, well, I'm only making $600 a month, so I'm going to prioritize it in my life as a $600 per month opportunity. My mentor told me, said, respect this business like it pays you 6 figures, 7 figures. Do what it takes to get there, and you will soon be living in that financial abundance. I heard Manny intro this segment. He said we're going through the greatest transfer in wealth and finances in world human history. I agree with that. See, 5 years from today, there will be rich and there will be poor. There will be no middle class. Okay. Media, social media, your mom and dad that tell you there's a middle class, they're lying to you. It does not exist. And in 5 years, it will definitely cease to exist whatsoever. So you, my friends, will be rich. Residual income creates happiness. Or you, my friends, will be poor, passing over opportunities repeatedly. So if you want to go pro, if you want to become a top earner and live a top earner's lifestyle, which I'm going to get into in a little bit, philosophy number one is treat this business like a $1 million business, the organizational part of the business. When somebody texts you, text them back. When somebody calls you, make sure you call them back. Treat it like you got some skin in the game. How would you treat this company if you invested $100,000 to get in? Not 235 or 335. No, if you had to mortgage your home or put in $500,000 like a restaurant owner does, how serious would you treat this business? The people that grow and expand and excel and elevate, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They treat their business with respect, right? They're organized, okay? They stay consistent and they do what they need to do to treat it like a multi-million-dollar enterprise, even when it's still somewhat of a small business physically today. So that's philosophy number one. Philosophy number two to going pro is you got to develop the skills, ladies and gentlemen. You got to develop the skills, right? You got to be able to present the right way. You have to be able to prospect effectively. You have to be able to communicate effectively. How do you develop any skills? Whether it's Serena Williams playing tennis or Michael Jordan playing basketball, practice. See, people say, oh, this is a business. I don't need to practice. You do need to practice. You need to practice edifying somebody on the phone. You need to practice edifying somebody on a three-way call. You need to practice presenting the business to your team member before you go get on stage in Dallas or go get on stage in Atlanta, go get on stage in Miami, Florida, in front of thousands of people, right? My first home event, I spoke to 10 of my friends. In 2011, I invited 50 friends to my house. 25 told me they would show up, all right? 10 showed up. 6 immediately said no. Some of them walked out. So there's 4 people left. You understand? 2 of the 4 I stayed the whole meeting, and then they said no. There was 2 people left. 1 said maybe, never got in. 1 said maybe, signed up. 4 years later, we have a team of 96,000 people around the world. So I went from speaking to 10 people in a living room, freaking out, nervous, anxiety, probably peed my pants that night back in February 2011 to just 18 months ago. I spoke at, Miami Marlins Stadium in front of 36,000 people. So how do you go from there to there, right? There's some things that need to transpire. One of those things is, guess what? Developing the skills, okay? Prospecting, presenting, how to effectively promote, okay? Other skills is onboarding new customers. Manny is very excited, very, very excited, all right, about this system that's being created. It's going to help you guys onboard new customers, how to take a new person and help them get to and free right away. I tell people, listen, man, that's what I tell people. I say, PP. Alex, how do I onboard somebody? What do? I say, you got to get PP, paid and promoted. If I sponsor you today, my goal is to get you paid, right? Making money, and then getting you promoted to Platinum 150 ASAP, right? And you don't need to sit there and go through everything about network marketing and read 15 times, Think and Grow Rich. You need to be excited, have energy, be enthusiastic, right? And then use the system. You have amazing upline support in this organization and in organizations all over this amazing company. So philosophy number 2 is you must learn to develop the skills if you want to go pro, right? Prospecting, inviting prospects to get onto Zoom calls, how to properly edify somebody, how to have a 3-way call, okay? How to power down, how to do all these little things that equate to the skills of a Chairman 10, right? PP, for those of you in the chat box, is paid and promoted. I want to get you paid and promoted. I sponsored a young guy over in Italy about 4 weeks ago. The night he signed up, I said, can you get 5 friends on a Zoom call? When? In 45 minutes. He said, with you? I said, yeah. He said, I'll get more than 5 friends on the Zoom call. This kid got 30 people on a Zoom call, sponsored 12 people that night as customers, platinum 600. Okay, what's up? You understand? You don't need to become a scientist with this business. Now, I'm a humble guy. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, right? I've got some nice jewelry. You know, I've got a dream car, but I'm not, out here with, 400 grand on my neck. I got a couple of nice watches. What's my point here? Okay. I'm telling you, the words coming out of my mouth is backed by real results. This is a Zoom call and we can edit this out later on, but I made my first million at 24. All right. I think I made 10 at 27. And I'm 31 today. I'm over $40 million in career earnings. I'm not making an income claim, right? Past results don't equal future results. I'm just telling you the things coming out of my mouth, even though it sounds maybe a little bit aggressive and a little bit obsessed. This is it. Like, this is it. Some of you are trying to be so intellectual and be so professor that you're missing the boat. If you're excited, if you're energetic, if you're enthusiastic about I Am Mastery Academy, your friends are going to at least get on the Zoom call to hear from Manny or Lou or Picasso or Jason Brown and Matthew Rosa, right? Or Brandon Boyd. They're going to get on the call to get the information. If you are fired up, if you are excited, they're gonna tap in. So philosophy number 2 is to develop the skills, okay? Philosophy number 3 is you must work on you. And I'm sure some point this week, you guys had a call on personal development. So I'm not going to go too deep into that hole, but you've got to work on yourself, right? My mentor said, listen, you got to work just as hard on you as you do on building the business. And when I was 22 years old, I was like, I don't even know what you're work on me. How do I work on me? What do you mean work on me? Right? And my mentor, Bob Proctor, said, read, listen, and write. He said, read. He said, listen. He said, write. I said, read what? He said, read books that educate and inspire you. Okay. The Magic of Thinking Big, right? The Art of the Deal, Self-Made in America, U Squared. Okay, Dorm Room to Millionaire. Just kidding. That's my book, but you get the point, right? You want to make sure you're reading things that are going to educate and inspire you. Okay. Then you got to listen. Listen to what? Listen to people like Manny. Listen to people like Lou. Listen to people that are on this flyer. The flyer's not in front of me right now, but these people are speaking for a reason. They're not speaking because they're better than you. They're speaking because they've got better results than you. So don't get caught up in, oh, I'm not as good as him. I'm not as good as her, right? Who we got? Lou, Brandon Boyd, Manny, Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, Tyrone, Picasso, Emery, okay? Christopher Reef. You guys got great, man. You got some great mentors right here. You got mentors on here and you got mentors outside of here. I can name names for 10 hours of the people in this company that are crushing it beyond belief. So the philosophy is working on you, reading, all right, listening, okay, and writing. What do you want to be writing down? Writing down your goals every day. My goals are so clear, it's stupidity how clear they are, okay? I mean, the home that my fiance and I are building, we're going to build in Vegas. We bought the land for it. It's been in my head for probably 5 years, okay? I see it. There it is. I see it. I got to work on me. I got to work on me, okay? Write this down. When you're working on yourself, this is what you're working on. Your self-image. You must work on your self-image, right? What is this idea? This is all about going pro, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, it's about going pro, okay? How do I go pro? Work on my self-image. How do I go pro? Treat it like $1 million business. When I'm not making any money, treat it like $1 million business, okay? How do I go pro? Develop the skills. How do I go pro? Work on my self-image. How do I do that? By building the image in my mind of what I want to accomplish. When I walked in the door of this company, there were 1,200 people in the company. Can't make this up. We got screenshots to prove it, man. 1,200 people in the company. I believe Jason and Matt were the only chairmen in the company. Okay, and Brandon Boyd, that was it. Couple products, great. No one cared because nobody was in the company. You understand? What we got together and said, this is amazing. This is great. This is spectacular. People need this. The world needs to learn how to multiply money. The world needs to learn how to make money with Bitcoin and Ethereum. The world needs to learn how to make money in HFX. The world needs this compensation plan. Network marketing needs 12 customers, $600 a month. Network marketing needs 500 customers, $10,000 a month. Network marketing needs 5,000 customers, $100 grand a month. And then boom, right there, that energy was created, went out into the universe, and we made it happen, right? Self-image. There's a self-image of this company. Okay? There's a self-image Christopher Terry created with this company. Okay? There's a self-image of you. There's a self-image of this team. There's a self-image of you as a leader. There's a self-image as me as a human being. There's a self-image as me as a future husband and a father. You understand? Everything is built on this idea of self-image, and here's why. Okay? The world will see you as you see yourself. So this day moving forward, you're not just some broke dude in New York City. You're not just some broke guy in Miami, Florida. You're not just some single mom in Little Rock, Arkansas. No, you are a professional. You are a network marketing professional. You have planted your flag, which you talked about, I believe, last night with my brother from another mother, Matthew Rosa. Planting your flag, because you know this is the best deal in the world. Like I Master Academy, it really is what it really is. Like it's not hype. It's not it is what it is. And we can't share trading profits and accounts, man. Just on that, make most people pee their pants. And then you look at the builders and the leaders, it's a wrap right there. I mean, it's insane what you've got access to in this company. There's people in this company that for a Zoom call for another company, they get paid $30,000. Trust me. And you get it for free. And some of you don't take notes. Take some notes, man. Learn, grow, evolve, right? Go to the next level. So that philosophy is working on the self-image. Here's the question. How do you see your life playing out in the next 90 days? The next 6 months? The next 12 months, 24 months, 5 years, 10 years down the road? You got to be able to see where you're going. That's the self-image. Self-image is built by self-confidence. Write that down. Self-image is built by self-confidence. You got to build self-confidence. How do you build that? By winning, by getting little wins. Oh, 2 and free. That's a big deal. Don't downplay 2 and free, man. Don't downplay 2 and free. That's a big deal. All right? P150. That's a big deal too. Don't downplay P150. These little wins go into your subconscious mind. You're a winner. P150, you're a winner. P600, you're a winner. Oh, I sponsored somebody on social media. You're a winner. All right? You get enough, you are a winner, 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 you are a winner enough, your subconscious mind is going to tell you what? Oh, you are a winner. You don't belong in this little apartment. You don't belong, you don't need to stay in cold New York in the wintertime when there's ice everywhere and it's nasty. All the rich people go to Miami from New York in the wintertime. You understand? You're one of those people. Oh, I am one of those people. Dang, I'm gonna start talking different. I'm gonna start acting different. I'm gonna start dressing different. This shirt's from Zara. Don't kid yourself. It's okay. I can buy all of Zara. I wear Zara. I don't care, man. Right? Here's another secret. And this, I know I don't have 3 hours with you guys here tonight, but one of the biggest secrets I can tell you is to stay humble no matter what. Write that one down. Especially for those of you chairmen on the call that are making big money. Okay? Stay humble. You want to turn that yearly income into a monthly income? Stay humble. I'm going to say that one more time because some of you probably missed that. If you want to turn your yearly income into your monthly income, you need to stay humble. Okay, you don't need to be Mr. Ego, Mrs. Ego. Nobody cares. Trust me, nobody cares. All right. So the philosophy on working on you, bettering you, the self-image. Self-image is built by the self-confidence. Self-confidence is built by small win after win after win after win. Okay. The next philosophy on going pro, and then I'm going to get into the rewards. Okay. The next philosophy, okay, on going pro. Okay, I call it the 3 Ds. Okay, you got desire. You have the direction and you have the discipline. I'm going to really talk about the desire and the discipline, but it goes desire, direction, discipline. Okay, you want to go pro, you need a lot of desire. Manny has a lot of desire. Lou has a lot of desire. Okay, Emery Holmes, that dude has a lot of desire. Okay, you need desire. Okay, Alex. Okay, yeah, man. Chairman elite, bro. Yeah, Rolls Royce truck. Cool. Yeah, easy for you. Desire. Awesome. I heard desire 15 times. Okay, desire breaks down into two questions already. What do I want and who do I want to help? What do I want and who do I want to help? So ask yourself, what do I really want from this thing? I just want to make more money. I want to make more money. That's not how you go pro. Okay. You go pro by knowing exactly what it is you desire. I want this car, this color, this interior, this song playing on the radio, this city, this state. I'm driving on this street, pulling into this restaurant with this girl or this guy, right? Getting detail oriented in my desires. Oh, it's like, oh, I want a plane. I want to own my own plane. Okay. You can buy a plane for $40K. It's going to have one propeller on the front and be from 1967. But guess what? It's for sale. It's for sale. Okay. Being detailed. Hey, desire. What do I want? And then more importantly, who do I want to help? I want to help my mom. I want to help my dad. I want to help my little sister. I want to help my daughter. I want to help my son. I want to help my grandparents. I don't know who you want to help, but you need to decide who you want to help and then go from there. So this whole philosophy here, number one, increasing your desire. Number two, the direction, right? Who am I listening to? This is how you go pro. Getting a mentor, getting a few mentors. Okay, getting a few mentors. Okay, who do I listen to? I listen to Chris Terry. I listen to my parents. I listen to Bob Proctor. I listen to Grant Cardone. I listen to my fiance about a few things. Okay. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't listen to many people because many people don't have the results I'm looking for. Most people don't have $100 million net worth. Most people don't travel the world inspiring and impacting people. No, they don't. So I'm not going to listen to them, right? Desire and direction. Listen to your upline, whether it's Manny or somebody else. Listen to your upline. They know what to do. They know what to do. That's what I did. I got into my first company and there was a guy making $40K a month. And he said, do this, 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 this. And then I got to $40K a month. And then I talked to his daddy, and his daddy was making $180K a month. And he said, do this, 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 this. Then I was doing this, 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 this. My whole career, I have found people that had the results I desired. And I took direction. In this philosophy, number one is desire. Number two, guess what? It's direction. Who are you taking direction from? Okay. Manny is about to break the door down of Chairman 100. I'm using Manny because he put together this series for these calls, but there's a lot of people about to break the door down of Chairman 10, 25, 50, 100, 250, right? Find one of them, find a couple of them, and let them guide you on your journey to success. And then number three on the 3Ds of this whole philosophy on how to go pro and live a top runner's lifestyle, like it says on the flyer. Ready? Discipline. This is the one people get messed up on. Discipline. Okay. You got to give yourself a command and then follow that command. You got to give yourself a command. I'm going to prospect 10 people a day, and then you're going to prospect 10 people on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, Friday. Oh, it's Saturday. On Saturday. Okay. You want to take Sunday off? Take Sunday off. Family day, God's day. Other than that, you got to be disciplined. Well, Alex, I'm doing all this stuff, man. I write my goals down. I write my goals. I get on the live sessions. I'm buying Bitcoin. I'm prospecting people, right? But you're drinking and smoking 5 nights a week, and you got less than $10,000 in a bank account. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You should be hit in the face for doing stuff like that. Okay? Oh, the chairman do it. The chairman do it. Okay. Honestly, until you're Chairman 100, I don't know what anybody's ever talking about celebrating. I mean, it's dumb. Okay. Get to 100 grand a month and then tell me how much money you're saving at the end of the month with family, with business expenses, with travel, with this, with that. Come on, man. You got to expand your thinking. Expand your thinking. If you think 10 grand's a lot of money, then 10 grand's a lot of money. Okay. And it's all perspective. It's all perception. It's how we see things. At one point in my life, 10 grand was a lot of money. Okay. Now 10 grand can be a dinner bill with leaders in at Mastro's in, where were we? Houston, Texas, at the Chairman 100 dinner with Jason and Matt. The bill comes out $7K, tax and tip $8,800. Okay, right? So perspective, I'm not bragging. Manny said, let them know about what's possible. That's why I'm talking about money here. Okay. You want to know what's possible? This is what's possible. Being able to go wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do, stay wherever you want to stay, drive whatever you want to drive, and live wherever you want to live. Okay. That's what's possible. Oh, on top of all of that, lots of people, their lives are better because of you. That's the greatest thing on the planet is when I travel, whether it's Guatemala, Honduras, Portugal, Spain, Germany, Nigeria, Israel, doesn't matter. There are people that say, man, my life is better because of you. Thank you. And I'll tell you right now, that may not sound like much to a lot of you, but one day when money is not an object to you anymore, let me tell you something. That's the best currency in the world. When people say, you know what, man, I was suicidal and your videos on YouTube got me out of there. You know, man, I was drinking and smoking and partying 18 nights a week. And because of this company, parents have told me this, because of this company, my son is writing down goals. My son is listening to Bob Proctor. My son is focused on his belief system. Okay. So the bigger picture here is impact. It is changing lives and it's living an amazing, amazing life, right? Top earner lifestyle. Yeah. You can drive whatever you want. You can build a home. You can do whatever you want to do, man. You guys get on my Instagram and you can see most of that. So I'm not going to sit here and talk about that stuff because that's not who I am, but I'm just telling you, right? Material wise, transportation wise, living wise, clothing wise, jewelry wise, man, it's all right here. I mean, the big picture here, the top people in this company make more money than most of the people you listen to on the radio and most of the people you watch on ESPN. That's just facts. That's just what it is. So that's what's possible. Is that a guarantee or an income claim for everybody on the call? Absolutely not. Is it possible? Absolutely. Anything is possible, right? So some of these philosophies is how you go pro. You have to develop the skills, treat it like $1 million business, right? Work on you, work on your self-image. And then boom, guess what? I gotta have desire. I gotta have direction. I gotta have mentors. I gotta have people guiding me to help me. I gotta be disciplined. Oh, it's cold outside. Do it anyway. Oh, it's too hot outside. Do it anyway. Oh, I enrolled a guy and he quit. Okay, go enroll another guy. Okay, onboard your customers. Okay, go attract leaders. Do whatever it takes. If you're talking about top earner, that's what the flyer says, top earner. That's why I'm talking about this. Okay, so how do you get there? By being disciplined for long periods of time and also have a long-term vision. Have a long-term vision. I've been doing this now. I'm going on 11 years. On 11 years. Okay, 11 years, man. So don't get so caught up on, oh, I've been doing this for 30 days and oh, I'm not making money yet. Or I've been studying the charts. I've been on Go Live for 64 days and I don't have 100 grand yet. Great, man. My first year in network marketing, I made less money than I would have made working at McDonald's. That's a true story. I can prove it to you. I made $13K in 2011 doing network marketing pretty much full time. I would have made more money making you a Big Mac and fries at McDonald's. So what do I mean by that? Here's another philosophy for you. Long-term vision. I know yesterday you guys talked about plant your flag. I could go for hours on that, man. What we have, nobody else has. What we have, nobody else has. That's why I'm not going to drop names, but highest paid Latino, highest paid African-American, highest paid millennial Caucasians, highest paid millennial African-American, highest paid Latino millennial, highest paid overall Caucasian. I mean, guys, all in the same company, man. Like that's happened. Let me check. Never. That's how many times that's happened. And they're all here. We're all here. You know why? Because what we have here is special. What we have here is amazing ownership with Christopher Terry. What we have here is people that actually give a you know what about people. Okay. Because most companies that are making 1/10 of the income people are making in this deal, they don't even pick up the phone anymore. Well, guess what? The people at the top in this company, they're actively enrolling people. They're actively breaking new chairmen. They're actively doing Zoom calls all day long until their voice is scratchy and it hurts. You know why? Because this company is built on impacting people and changing people's lives. And that is why we are becoming a $1 billion brand in 2021. It's done. This thing's recorded. Watch it in December. You will see a cumulative sales of this company over $1 billion. So ladies and gentlemen, listen, you can go pro. You're one decision away from going pro. You can live this top earner lifestyle. You're, again, one decision away from putting yourself on a complete new track and trajectory to accomplishing those things. And I'm telling you guys right now, listen, 2025 I Am Mastery Academy, guess what? It's going to be a great opportunity. But right now, end of February 2021, with the world the way it is, with crypto the way it is, with the industry the way it is, right now, it is that time. Right now is that time for you to have a quantum leap in your business. And it all begins right up here with the decision, your self-image, your belief system, right? Planning your work and working your plan and knowing that you can too become a top earner inside of I Am Mastery Academy. So for those of you that are going to be in Dallas next month, I will see you in Dallas. I want to say shout out again to my brother, Mr. Manny, who is breaking the dang door down of Chamber 100 as we speak. I'm going to pass it back to him. Make sure you stay on this call because one of the legendary educators is coming up right after me. And I will see you guys in a city near you and on Instagram. God bless you. I love this company and I love every single one of you. Let's go.
Okay. Wow. All right, Mr. Morton, thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. I mean, you was really talking your talk today. You know, it's very rare we get to see you in that mode, but I really love how you was able to reach in and not only give people the keys on what it takes to actually go pro. We have an immense amount of notes. We have a beautiful blueprint to be able to provide to the newest members and to the IBOs. But I mean, also to really talk that talk because it's absolutely true, man. You know, you goated over here. So I love you. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Family, let's please give a big drop a big EVP, drop a big mindset in that chat box for Mr. Alex Morton, our executive vice president, right over here in I Am Mastery Academy. You know, again, who do you listen to? Right? This is a man that we all look up to, that we all admire inside of this industry. And right before we go to the short break and we bring up our very next speaker in the 5 days of fever, I want you guys to absolutely remember this, right? Go back in this video and literally dissect every single thing that he said and make that a philosophy and ideology in your business, in your life, and the way that you are operating this business. Big money. Many of us, like Nelson Mandela said, he said that there is no joy to be found in playing small and settling for a life less than one that you are capable of living. And like Steve Jobs said, he said that you cannot connect the dots going forward. It's only when you get to your destination that you're able to look back and connect the dots. And so many of you have been wanting to get that breakthrough in your life and wanting to get that breakthrough in your business. And you've been waiting to know what was that missing piece? What was that missing component? And tonight, Alex was able to provide some phenomenal information. You did not come here to make $600 a month. You did not come here to make $1,000 a month. You heard the man, no income claims, but pure factual, has made over $40 million in career earnings here. That is literally more than $1 million per year than every single year that he was born on this earth. That is where you want to be. We are normal people, but we have abnormal expectations, and it is okay. There is no more people making you feel bad. There is no more people saying that this is a scam. There is no more people. Listen, if people do not understand, it is because they are not yet meant to understand. You cannot expect others to understand your grind when God didn't give them your vision. How can you make sense to people when you have millions of dollars on your mind? We are literally in a vehicle that is partnered with multiple billion and trillion dollar industries. And some people like Eric Worre said, he said that the thing that is going to be the worst here is the temporary indignity that you'll suffer from the ignorant, the people that literally don't know of, that they just don't understand business. They came from a lack mindset. They're picking up rumors And then they're carrying around these things like fools, believing it to be true without doing hardcore information. Today, we are giving you hardcore information. You are working with the best of the best, and we are so excited to be here. Family, we're going to go on a 3-minute break, okay? Make sure you guys follow Alex Morton on his IG, Alex Morton Mindset. He's always giving away free value, free tips, free information. Make sure you go check him out. All right, we're going to go on a 2 to 3 minute break. And as soon as we come back, we're going to be having none other than Mr. Crypto Picasso. By far one of the, if not the most experienced trader inside of this entire platform that has literally led the charge for so many individuals to make so much money in the cryptocurrency markets. He has paved the way through education. He has paved the way through trading techniques. He has paved the way for you to succeed. And the results that has been in this company, the results that have been on my team, yet alone the company, have been phenomenal. Phenomenal. We're going to be back in about 2-3 minutes. All right, family, make sure you go to the bathroom break. Do what you guys got to do. We will be right back here. Feel free, get more of your team on, get more of your family on, get more of your team on. And let's get you educated. Let's get you in that mode to get ready to go berserk with crypto, because trust me, this is the year. This is the year. All right, family, absolutely love you guys. We'll be back in about 2 to 3 minutes. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back in the building. Everybody, if you guys are absolutely excited, I want you guys to type a DCX for me in the chat box as we get ready to commence part 2 of day 4 on this 5 days of fever, where we are bringing you yet again another elite in our company, but not a chairman elite. This time we're bringing you an educator elite. Literally the cream of the crop, the top of the top, a man that has had his hand in Bitcoin for over a decade, somebody that has been able to catch on to the early adoption and evolution of technology and wealth. And he was able to capitalize on that, not only putting himself in a position to basically live on a private island where you need a helicopter to go up there, but he has selflessly served in this community to help so many people be here. So just like Alex Morton, we do not want to ever waste Crypto Picasso's time, right? This is a man that is once again has helped people literally experience financial breakthroughs in their trading account, has provided insight, education, and experience. And tonight, if you guys are not yet well adapted, if you're not in tune with cryptocurrency, if you are unsure about what you should be doing tonight, we're going to help you be sure. We want to be able to welcome you guys to the future with this partnership that we have over here. And we are extremely honored to have no income claims, our 8-figure earner on this call, our educator elite, the one and only Mr. Crypto Picasso. Crypto Picasso, thank you so much for being here with us, brother.
Thank you, Manny. I appreciate the intro. Let's just jump right into it. Alex, amazing. Every time you speak, I love to hear it, man. Lots of motivation there. I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. If you guys that don't know me already, I go by Crypto Picasso. I've been trading Bitcoin since 2013, and I've been trading basically for about 13 years in total. Now, when I first started trading, I wasn't successful. And that's really what I want everyone to take home tonight, is that trading is a journey. And if you can take a couple things home from this session, I want to explain to you why crypto, why it's important, and why it can change your life in a sense, if you really understand how to trade it, and also how to trade, like how to be successful in trading, because all of it comes together for me in this one market. Okay, so I bought my first Bitcoin in 2013. I'm going to bring up a chart here. This is the liquid index for Bitcoin. I'm going to look at like a higher time frame. So we're going to talk about Bitcoin in two perspectives tonight, because I really want you to understand Bitcoin as a trading, something that we trade, and Bitcoin as the investment, and really what's happening here, like what we're witnessing and what's taking place right now. Okay, so let's go back here to 2013. Okay, this little bump in the chart right here. See this little bump? Okay, this is when I first found Bitcoin. Now I heard about it previously, but this is when I first bought my first Bitcoin. Now I'm going to pull up the chart like this, and we're going to start looking at this whole discussion of Bitcoin in the linear scale. Okay, in this in TradingView platform, or when you look at the graphs, you have two perspectives that you can look at it. You can look at it in a linear scale, which is basically like the default mode, which is what we look at most trading pairs in, is the linear scale. And there's the logarithmic scale. And we'll get there in a second, but let's start back here with Bitcoin. And I bought my first Bitcoin right here, okay, at the top. Now, at the time, I didn't know that it was the top. And what had happened was I was trading gold, I was trading Forex, I was trading for a couple of years, but I didn't have enough success to be a professional trader. Like that wasn't what I was doing full time. And then I found Bitcoin here. And then I read up on Bitcoin and crossed $1,000. And I was like, man, this is digital gold. This is the future of money, like the decentralized nature, limited supply. Like I really fell down the crypto rabbit hole and realized that Bitcoin was the future. But I bought my Bitcoin at the wrong time. Okay, now, but when I bought my first Bitcoin here, I felt like a complete genius. Like this was the trade that was going to change my life. That this was the one trade that was going to make up for all my losses. Like that I was getting in early on this thing that was going to go to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And of course, then within the next year and a half that came, it went down to $166, right? So I bought my first Bitcoin at absolutely the wrong time, but that loss turned into a lesson for me, because about here in the cycle of what was playing out, this chart came across my desk. Now, this is the Wall Street cheat sheet. This chart is not made for Bitcoin. This is the psychology of a market. And what I want you to really take home tonight is that what I'm telling you here is the secret to all markets, but I'm just applying it to Bitcoin, which is the most volatile thing that's ever existed. Okay, like, because Bitcoin taught me how to trade. When I bought my first Bitcoin during a state of euphoria, where I felt like I was a genius and I was going to be rich. That's exactly how I felt. And then I watched it go all the way down into states of anger and depression. Now, understanding this and applying it in a sense, I repositioned myself into Bitcoin over here around 250 to 300. And I rode that entire wave all the way up to like 20,000. Well, about 19,000 or so. Now, Bitcoin changed my life in two ways. By positioning myself in front of a big super cycle of a trend. And also, it taught me everything I've been doing wrong in trading. Because what I realized is that this chart was not made for Bitcoin. And that the reality is that I had enough time looking at charts. I had already been trading for a good 4 years or so before I found Bitcoin. So I had enough knowledge in the charts where I started digging through like all sorts of stuff, like whether it was corn or wheat or oil or Forex or stocks or, futures, or it didn't matter if it was in the 1980s or the 30s or, just last year, the market structure was the same throughout many markets. And it made me realize, all right, what's the one thing consistent here in all these markets is the emotions of the traders. So it made me realize that all of trading is just an emotional cycle of fear and greed. And when you try to break it down that simple, it sounds easy, but the financial markets are weird. People run away from deals. People, they sell into the fear and they buy into the greed. And they do the exact opposite. So I started researching more and I realized that, all right, well, statistically, even the brokers are telling you that 76.31% of people are losing money. It's not like being hidden from you in any way. Statistically, most people are losing at trading. And I'm not telling you that to discourage you from trading, but to make you realize that this is a game that is geared towards the maximum amount of loss, towards the most amount of people. And when you start to realize that all of trading is just an emotional cycle where the majority of the participants are, number one, losing, and number two, how they're losing is by making these emotional reactions to the market, then you start to see the same type of structure in smaller time frames, bigger cycles, everything. So my entire strategy that I've developed since learning all this is to look where the maximum amount of loss is going to happen in the market and look for winning trades in that situation. Because if the majority are losing, you have to figure out where they're losing and how to win when they are losing. And it's really actually that simple. But you don't think of trading when you come into it that way. Like when you're new, you're like, oh, the price is going up, I need to buy, or I need to chase the price, or oh, the price is going down, everybody's selling, I need to get out. Or you just trade simple crosses of averages or patterns and don't really understand the structure or the emotional state of the market, or just work off of certain indicators and wind up not really having a consistent, thorough edge in the market, in a sense. But when you focus on the loss of the market, then you start to realize that you have that consistency. The market is always going to be geared towards the maximum amount of loss for the most amount of traders. So when you realize that, and then you realize how that kind of harmonically goes along with Fibonacci, because Fibonacci is just an expression of like a measurement of the expression of our human emotion. Like when I look at these charts now, I don't see candlesticks so much, but these candlesticks are like a print left behind by the emotions of the traders. So if you can kind of just gear your mind to realize that the majority of people are going to lose in this game, you got to figure out where they're going to lose and understand that Bitcoin is going to go through these large cycles of basically loss. And when you start to really dig into it with Bitcoin, this is where I bought Bitcoin here, right? But if we go back further, here, back to 2011, look, Bitcoin had its first large cycle, okay, where Bitcoin went from a couple pennies up to $32, then back to $2. Now, the way that Bitcoin moves in this perspective, all right, in the financial market perspective, in the linear scale, it's illogical. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to go from pennies to $32, then back to $2. And then again, go from $2 to what? Basically like $1,100. We're almost at where I bought my first Bitcoin up here. And then back to $166. That doesn't make sense. So when you start to look at it in this perspective, what we see is several cycles every couple of years of the emotional market cycle of loss. Now, Bitcoin's really good at creating this cycle on a bigger scale every 4 years based around the mining rewards of Bitcoin. So just like, without getting all into mining, just understand that there's a limited supply of Bitcoin and new Bitcoin comes into creation every day. The amount, like the miners that work to do that, they get paid a certain amount by the reward that they get. So they have a cost of overhead of doing business and a cost, and what they get is their reward. So there's a cost of production there, and they're getting a reward that is more than their cost of production. Pre-programmed in Bitcoin's code, every 4 years, the supply coming into creation gets cut in half. So that reward that the miners get gets cut in half every 4 years. So literally, their cost of production will double unless the price starts to rise out of that situation. So that creates new, like a shift in a sense in the supply and the demand mechanics that kind of run Bitcoin and the mining. And then that creates a rise in price, which creates new price discovery and creates the retail traders to trade it. And as it happens and goes through new price discovery, it plays out the emotional market cycle. Okay. Now, what's really happening though here, okay, so back here, let's just look at it here. So I want you to get this perspective on it here. I'll turn on auto. We have the first cycle back here, pennies to $32 back to $2. And then we have the second cycle from about $32 up to $11.66, then back to $166. And then we have the next cycle from 166 up to 19,600, and then down to about 3,000. And now we're making another cycle that I believe that we're going to go from that low of 3,000 to around 250 to 300,000 in the next year. Honestly, I think Bitcoin is capable of doing that. Now, the thing that you have to remember with Bitcoin is that just like all these previous cycles, to do that, it's not logical, right? It's illogical. Just like it was illogical to go from pennies to $32, then back to 2, or 166 to 19,000, then back to 3,000. So what's going on here? Why does Bitcoin, create this crazy looking chart that just goes through these cycles every couple of years? We have to think about what Bitcoin is. And this is the most important thing, because once you understand two things, that all markets are geared towards loss, and Bitcoin is going to play out a cycle of loss no matter what. Like, this is the tide of the market. There's no changing it. There's no getting around it. The tide runs everything. So you want to understand what the tide is. When you can understand what the tide is, you can understand the emotional state of the market. Once you understand the emotional state of the market, you know how to trade it, what to expect, what it's capable of. Now, once you realize what Bitcoin is doing, in a sense, like creating these large cycles, you have to think about what Bitcoin is. All right. Bitcoin is a highly disruptive new technology that serves a lot of utility. Now, we have a situation where we have large investment firms coming in and buying billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin right now, to part of their portfolio. This wave up right now, I'm calling it the legitimization of Bitcoin wave. Like, this parabolic rise, this cycle that we're in, this is the legitimization of Bitcoin. Where all these previous waves were like computer nerds that knew about it, some online gaming people, some online poker people, some early traders, and then boom, now like the investors, right? The big players in the financial money markets. Now, do you think that these guys are coming in to just like double up, turn their billion into 2 billion? No, they realize that there's only 21 million Bitcoins ever going to be in creation. What Bitcoin is a disruptive technology that decentralizes banking, finance. I mean, we can, through blockchain technology, we can even write smart contracts through other coins and basically decentralize many trust mechanisms in our society. Like, our entire society now is built on trust mechanisms where we rely on a third party to intermediary for things. Tons of applications now can take the place of that by being built on blockchain technology. Now, this all stems from Bitcoin being the king and the leader in that blockchain technology. So these big players now, they realize that they're coming in, they're buying digital real estate. They're buying like the rails that the future is going to be built on, because they know that we're moving into a digital world. So when you really think about what Bitcoin is, Bitcoin's a technology, okay? Just like any other technology that we have witnessed in the last, century, in a sense. Like, look, this chart right here shows us several of these lines. Now, what we're looking at here, this is a logarithmic graph, okay? Like a long period of time, this is a logarithmic graph of the growth and adoption of technologies, all right? Every single one of these lines represents a technology that changed our lives, okay? Like that most people might have even been born into most of these technologies, okay? Like I'm actually old enough to remember not having a cell phone. I had a beeper. I remember I saw my friend get a cell phone, then this guy has a cell phone, that guy has a cell phone. Now everybody has a cell phone, right? We basically live on our cell phones. Before, there was no cell phones. Cell phone technology completely saturated to 100% usage. But there was, at a point in time, it only had 20%, 30%, 40% usage. Now this is like within the United States adoption of technology, okay? Like this may be a little bit different for globally, but if we think about what Bitcoin is now, Bitcoin is a technology that probably only has about 30%, maybe 20 to 30% adoption. So when you really look at what Bitcoin is, Bitcoin's a technology. And when you try to view it through the looking glass of a financial market perspective in the linear scale, which is what you would look at every other market in, when you try to look at it in that perspective, it doesn't make sense. It just shows us repetitive cycles of loss. But when we start to look at Bitcoin in the logarithmic graph, we start to realize that what we're really looking at here is the highest performing asset class of all time, ever, that's ever been in existence. So why does Bitcoin keep going up like this, right? Because this is the first time ever in the history of finance or technology that we have had the two combined into one product and have it be limited in supply. And what I mean by that is that all of these technologies, every single one of them, we did not have a chance to own them, and they were not limited in supply. So to kind of give you an example of like a scenario, right? Imagine if the internet, right? The internet technology comes along. I remember there was no internet. I remember the little discs, the little You Got Mail, AOL, internet time discs, right? Internet didn't exist. Now there's internet technology, right? Imagine if when the internet started, imagine if to access the internet, you needed a certain amount of information, like a bit of information, let's say, that you needed to have on some sort of a drive, right? Imagine if you needed that little bit of information to access internet technology, and there was only a certain amount of those information, right? And to access that internet technology. And then the more people that use the internet globally, the more money you made off of your investment in that internet technology. Like that's literally the situation we have with Bitcoin. We've never, ever had that situation before. Like if I wanted to make money on the rise of the internet or the rise of the smartphone or anything, I would be investing money in individual company stocks or a certain basket of stocks, or maybe it would be basically based on the success of that particular company, not on the underlying technology. And I wouldn't have ownership of that technology. So, and not only that, but none of these technologies had a price tag attached to them. So when the internet just kept rising and rising and rising in usage, we didn't really notice because it didn't have a dollar price attached to it. Bitcoin's the first time ever in history that we do have that. The dollar price of Bitcoin is a direct reflection of the growth of the Bitcoin network, okay? So the more that Bitcoin network becomes adopted and the more the Bitcoin network grows, the higher the dollar price will go. It is probably one of the most revolutionary technologies invented in our lifetime. And people smarter than me think honestly that this is even more going to be more disruptive than the industrial revolution, like what's happening right now with Bitcoin and blockchain technology. So Bitcoin is super interesting because not only are we taking part in history, but we can trade it up, down, in a leveraged environment, non-leveraged environment. We can trade 5,000 other coins against Bitcoin. You can do lending, staking, all sorts of things that you can do within cryptocurrency now. So it's a very interesting rabbit hole in a sense to fall down, because once I learned about Bitcoin, I never went back to other markets because of two reasons. Because Bitcoin taught me how to trade. It taught me everything I was doing wrong. And then I applied it to the Bitcoin market, which is the highest performing asset class of all time. So every dollar that Bitcoin moves in the MetaTrader 4 environment is 1 pip. Last week, we caught 16,000 pips in 2 trades. 16,000 pips in 2 trades in a week. Now, there's no other market that you can pull that type of potential volatility out of other than Bitcoin. That's why if I'm going to learn how to trade the markets, I'm going to apply it to the most profitable market in existence. So that's what we have with Bitcoin. We have a chance to take part in this revolutionary technology, be early adopters in this, and also trade it. Trade it, whether we want to scalp the markets, day trade the markets, swing trade the markets, however we want to, or just learn how to trade the markets. We have all that covered within DCX. The idea, and what I'm really passionate about within Bitcoin, is opening people's eyes to the positioning that we're in right now. I mean, we're climbing up there now. Like I feel like we're going to probably go, like I said, to like 300,000 and then back to these levels and create that same exact cycle. So we're probably like somewhere between hope and optimism. Here's a really good chart I made, actually. We'll get into swipe coin scalper in a second, but let's go over here just to actual swipe coin and go in this Picasso's brain chat. Okay, like basically, this is a really good example of how early we are, right? Like even in this current trend. I was talking about this basically the end of last month, that our relationship here of putting in support at 30,000 was basically the same relationship we had in the cycle, in the emotional cycle, right? The same stage of the market, okay? Same stage near hope that we had, sorry, I got so many tabs open, that we had here, okay? Expecting this next parabolic growth to come. So if Bitcoin continues to play out this cycle of emotion, I see us hitting a peak of euphoria up towards 230 to maybe even peaking out towards 300 sometime in the next year, okay? If Bitcoin wants to complete the same emotional cycle that it's been playing out. Okay, so we have an opportunity to really position ourselves in front of this, but also the volatility. It's unlike anything else. I'll just put it that way. Like, to be able to trade this market is a blessing, because we couldn't trade. Like, imagine if we had a chance to trade the volatility and the growth of the internet, right? Yeah, we could trade in some stocks, right, of some companies that worked in that sector, but not the actual adoption of it, right? Imagine it would have just kept going up, right? Most of these technologies, once they become adopted, they just keep going up and become adopted and more adopted and more adopted until most people are using them. We're going to see the same thing happen with Bitcoin, and the only difference is that the higher the more adoption that we get with this thing, the higher the price is going to go, which could lead us to, insanely astounding prices where, I know some people that have a good knowledge of finance and world politics and different things and Bitcoin. And I do see where they're coming from, that they really believe that Bitcoin could be worth $100 million, or Bitcoin could have the value of what we now perceive as $100 million worth of value. Because it's every Bitcoin, one Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. Just like there's 12 inches in a foot. It's like it's a measurement of the whole. So we could literally have $100 million value and still be able to send 1 or 2 Satoshis as dollar values across the internet. So Bitcoin has that power where it's so divisible to the 100 millionth of a fraction, in a sense, where it could have a huge dollar value price, and it would still be serve a utility to be able to transact in it and be able to send it and stuff like that. So Bitcoin is like digital gold. If you think about it, like gold makes shiny, pretty things, and we use it in electronics and stuff. But try moving $100,000 in gold. Try crossing borders with it. Try paying for something at the corner store or anywhere with small little bits of that gold. Try sending micro flakes of your gold through the internet to someone across the planet. It's not going to work. So Bitcoin comes and it solves so many things in sense of global politics and utility and money, and putting money back into the hands of the people. So we are taking part in something massive. I feel like within the next, probably within the next 20 years, they're going to be writing, looking back at this time, like how Bitcoin was still under 100,000. Bitcoin when it was, we've been talking about this for a long time. I still feel like there's a lot that we're still early to the game, but you guys got to remember, we've been talking about this since Bitcoin was like 3,000, even since we've been doing swipe point. Pointing to this, like painting the charts for you guys, understanding that we understand what this is capable of, and we want to share that with you to be able to not only position yourself in front of this large life-changing trend, but also use the tools and services that we have to capture and harness that volatility however you want to do it, right? Like for myself, I like to swing trade. I've been trading for like over 12 years now, that I want to limit it down to like 2 trades a week and looking for those optimal entries for the pivotal points where I can get the biggest move out of the market. If I don't see that move, I'm not taking a trade. Like I'm not trying to chase the market. I'm not trying to, over trade the market. I realize that with Bitcoin at this current time, I can just take 2, maybe 3 trades a week and catch thousands and thousands of pips. It only takes one good Bitcoin trade to be good for months, honestly. So we are being blessed with this market right now, and the availability to be able to trade it. Whether you want to do it on the exchange, whether you want to do it on different perpetual contract sites like BitMEX or Bybit or wherever you want to trade, or you want to trade or MetaTrader 4, there's so many places to trade this that it's just becoming bigger and bigger of an opportunity. Okay, so let's jump into Swipe Point, what we have going on there. Like within this application here, okay, this is the same that comes through the phone. We just have it on the website now. This is basically Picasso's brain. Like we have several chats in here, but this one is where like I will drop my deepest thoughts on what the market's doing, like basically painting the picture for you guys month by month and pulling up detailed fractals of like structure and what we're looking for, its relationship to Fibonacci, like really like the deeper inner workings of my mind and how I see this market is basically what Picasso's braining. But there's so many nuggets in here that can help you, build your trading style and get, take these ideas and add them to how you're going to also trade the market as well. And then we have the MetaTrader 4 ideas. Now this is where we're sending ideas for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Right now it's just myself and Nick Gomez. We're going to be bringing on a couple more master traders for Ethereum, hopefully next month. And this is where we're sending like intraday trades and swing trades. Most of my trades are swings. And these, myself and Nick, we run about 80, 85% accurate, and this is the biggest thing I like to teach is like, don't go crazy with that. That means that still, even though I have good accuracy, I lose 2 out of 10 trades. So you cannot like ever deviate away from good risk management, because that one trade that you go, you say, oh, I could have made this much more because this accuracy, that one trade that you go over leverage with is the one trade that will be the loss, because that's just the way the universe treats the way, the balance in the sense that you have to have with the fear and the greed of the market. All right. So always have good risk management. We do run extremely accurate. We are giving MetaTrader 4 ideas here that are also, you could execute these trades wherever you trade Bitcoin, honestly. Exchange ideas, we have Kurt on here hooking you guys up with the ideas for the altcoin pairs. All right. Or these are paired against the dollar as well, or also against Bitcoin, depending on the pair. But some of these are like, buying Link. We're talking about buying Link here, one of them, which really dropped a gem in here, was like Dot, or one of these. We don't even see it in here right now, but Dot at like $4, and the thing just like went like 5 times in price. So this is where you can get those ideas for trading the altcoins that are going to give you, some potential gains as well, if you don't just want to focus on Bitcoin. We have the chats in here, basically, like I said, Picasso's brain. The MetaTrader 4 chat is where we update all of the trades, right? So we're talking about, like, in here, what's going on with the trade, if it's still valid, the parameters that the trade is in, how we're managing our stop loss, basically just guiding you through the trade. Like, these are like trade updates for MetaTrader 4. This would be trade updates for the exchange trades. All right. Now, we also have the scalper. Could you please stop spamming the raise your hand? That'd be great. It's taking up too much of my chart. The scalper chat, okay? We have the scalper chat here that will give you automated updates for the scalper plays that come through, okay? So we try to keep SwipeCoin as kind of like the hub. Like, you're gonna get notifications here for the exchange ideas, the MetaTrader 4 ideas, the updates to the chats. If there's an automated trade coming through the scalper results. We also have a fast start course in here. Okay, the IM Academy has a course of trading, but we also, within this, we have our own fast start course and a deeper advanced training course as well in a few languages. All right, and we got some cool games that you guys can play in here as well. Now, the scalper, all right, if we click over to the scalper, this will take you right to the scalper. Well, I'm already signed in over here, so I'm just gonna go here. But this is the scalper. We have 2 algorithms that are running. All right, we'll start with the original. Now, this is a tool that has been developed to help you harness the breakouts in the market. So the swing trades, if you just want to like take a couple trades a week and not worry about the volatility between point A and point B, you're just going for the bigger move, you will want to take the swing trades. But if you just want to kind of get that instant gratification, or a day trade, or a scalp in the market, that's where this tool comes in handy. Or if you just want to know what's happening on the intraday price action, that's what this tool was developed for, to give you the opportunities for the breakouts in the market, okay? Now, the way that this works is we have 2 algorithms running. Think of original as the breakout, all right? So whenever the market comes to a certain point, it always gets to a point where it's going to break up or break down, okay? Like, the original algorithm puts us in tune to those potential breakouts for the initial impulse, okay? But as we all know, the more you learn how to trade, the more you realize that the price oftentimes comes back and retests, okay? Oftentimes we'll come back and retest the breakout zone. So the original is putting us in tune to the potential first breakout. So therefore, we want to identify it as, the trade setup that may come back to the entry, right? So we want to just kind of like play that for the initial impulse that it is, but make sure we take our money off the table as soon as possible. But as you can see, it does put us in front of some large moves where the market doesn't really pull back as much. Okay, and then and now on this one too, within using this, it's basically 3 simple rules, okay? What I like to do is I like to look at the structure of the market from the line chart perspective. Okay, I use the line chart because the line chart really shows me like the core structure of the market, not the highs and the lows of the wicks, because the market can fake you out a lot of the time with wicks, like false breakouts and stuff like that. So you want to really make sure that the market, you're looking at the line chart to observe the break and close of the structure. And what I mean by I say close, like, we want to see this 15-minute time frame not just leave a wick past our levels, but actually close. So letting us know that it is breaking out. So all we have to really come in here and do is identify the line chart, the structure that needs to break and close, and price's relationship to this yellow line, which is the 50 EMA. That's it. Either the 50 EMA either needs to be above or below the price for a buy or sell. Okay, it's really as simple as 1, 2, 3. The more you do it, the more you get used to it. Like, we have a lot of teams that are just crushing it just using this one tool because of how much it gives us and how volatile Bitcoin is. I mean, even these smaller moves, these are like 800 pip moves. 1700 pip moves. I mean, look at this, like 3,700 pip moves. I mean, it's absurd the amount of profits that you can get out of cryptocurrency right now. So hopefully you guys are taking notes and you guys are, eating off of this, because now's the time. Like, this volatility is now. Take advantage of it. Put these tools to work. This other algorithm here, the smooth, the way that this one works is this is more like the confirm, right? So we always have like the break and the pullback, right? This one gives a little bit more time after the break to confirm the pullback. Okay, sometimes it's the way that the market plays out. Sometimes it also calls the break, but overall, like, this is less trades with more verification in a sense. Now, us master traders, myself and Nick, we have the availability to mark up these charts now. So what we're doing is we're coming through and we are identifying when these sells are called and these buys are called. We're identifying for you what the picture that you need to see. Okay, like basically you need to see that this level here of 49,500, okay, based upon this key pivotal point in this structure, this was already marked out for you here, that this was the pivotal point that we need to see the break and close below to confirm this sell. Now, this algorithm also just recently had these clouds added to the background. This is basically giving you a visual representation of where this twist is going to happen in the cloud, which is where the sell or the buy will be called. So you'll have a little bit more, like, if you're kind of following this and using this tool a lot, you have to realize a couple of things. Number one, there is going to be false positives. It's an algorithm. It's scanning the market based on parameters that I'm looking for a breakout. It scans the markets like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It doesn't ever stop, and it runs about 80% accurate just on its own. If you can apply the simple steps to it, you can get this thing to be over 90% accurate by just understanding where the market's breaking and waiting for confirmation. And now what we're doing is we're coming in and we're marking up these charts for you. So to let you know, like, here, here's their pivotal point. Most of the time I'll do little call outs here too, with like little descriptions of letting you guys know like the levels that need to break, kind of giving you more master trades right here through these tools, kind of giving you a way to interpret the price action that's happening and kind of putting it all together so you guys can even know, like, these levels that we're breaking here, this is good for a sell here basically until the price wants to come back up towards this cloud. Like the strategy that I'm teaching off of this cloud now is to really help people identify that once the market breaks in a certain direction, the buyers are either going to start to grow or the sellers are either going to start to grow. And we can see that visual, like them kind of like getting tired through the actual picture with the cloud. Like, so here, as the buyers start to get tired, then the sellers start to step in, right? And over here, like, again, here the buyers get tired, the sellers step in. Over here, where the sellers tire out, the buyers start to step in, right? So we have a little bit more of a visual picture that's being painted to kind of help us follow this price action now, to let us know where we'd even be looking for these trades. Like, I know people that, like, since I developed this and like I know how this thing works, I've been teaching it to people, but I even have people now they're starting to get it, to start to realize that once you do this, you can you'll start to get it and be like, oh, I see exactly where this thing is going to call a buy hours before it calls a buy. Like, you will get that good using this tool where you will see where it's going to call the buy or the sell hours before it happens now, just based on familiarity with the way that the price action works, by understanding the pivotal points that the market is just recycling. That's all the market's doing with price action. It's always recycling support into resistance, resistance into support, always. The line chart helps us identify clearly those pivotal levels. Okay, that pivotal level here is more clearly identified with the line chart than in here. I have wicks all the way down to here. I have these wicks all the way down to here. So I don't have as clear of a breaking point. But as you can see right here, this was the break right there. That break was based upon losing that closing price. The closing price is very important in trading, like where the price closes at during the period. That is going to create the pivotal point in the market that most likely the market will come back and visit those points. So once you get good enough using this, you'll start to realize that, man, okay, like I see the next pivotal point that needs to happen. Like I can tell you now from the buy, I wouldn't even look for this thing on the momentum for the scalper here. This isn't even going to look for a buy until we basically cross back over these lows and these highs until we get some sort of a flip of that situation over here. So if price comes back up here and does this, then this thing's going to call a buy based on that change in what's happening. Okay, the change in the structure. So, and the beautiful thing is that this is happening all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, this thing's just calling buy, sell, buy, sell. The thing to remember with this is that I don't think a lot of people realize this, is that it's not going to call two directional, like it's not going to call the same direction twice. It's always going to be like, if it called a sell, it's not going to call another sell. Next thing it's looking for is a buy. If it calls a buy, it's not going to call another buy until it sees a sell. So that's kind of the, you know, the way it's like, once you get an entry on this, it's not going to give you, it's not going to call you another entry. It may show you with the cloud several times that price wants to come back and like maybe find resistance near or support near those clouds. But other than that, until we come out of those clouds and cross, we're not, you know, until we change direction, we're not calling another direction with this. Like, so this one waits for a lot more confirmation in the structure to change for a little bit more, you know, guaranteed results in a sense, like of a guaranteed setup where there's not going to be too many fake outs in a sense. So between this and and here's the thing too, is that a lot of people will think scalper and think 10, 15 pips. It's not that. Like, as you can see, many of these moves are, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of pips. So kind of remember when you're trading crypto that it's super volatile and that it's, you know, getting 500 to 800 pip moves off of this tool is normal now. And holding those positions for longer, like a couple thousand pips, is also, you know, happening as well. The way to take advantage of all that is the strategy that I put forth is to split your risk into 3 positions, right? Basically, whatever you're risking in the market, split it into 3 or 4 positions. I mean, some people will do it twice and call it twin trading. I will basically split my risk into as many positions as I can. So that way I can have multiple orders within a certain zone. And then I can have take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. I can cover my risk on this one. I can put this one at break even. So if you have multiple orders and you split your risk down into multiple positions, you have multiple options. You can do take profit 1, take profit 2, go back to break even, let a trade ride, you know, for that extra little move if it's going to actually run. So lots of value 24/7 being provided here. Within Swipecoin over here, we are basically about 3 to 5 solid trades a week are coming through here. There's going to be more once we add some Ethereum traders as well. But my favorite part about everything that I do here within I Am Mastery Academy would have to be go live, guys. You know, I really appreciate the views, guys. I'm basically been cracking 20,000 views weekly now, which is a blessing because I know that people are starting to get it, right? People are starting to realize, all right, this crypto thing's real. People are making money. Crypto's lit, like it is moving and we are catching some pips. So I love the go live because I can jump on here, hour and a half, couple times a week, and really just not even hold back, like show you guys all the nuggets, all the sauce, everything that I'm doing. I mean, everything from the simplest concepts of this to the deepest levels of, you know, how I perceive this market. I can express all that to you guys right here in a live setting where I'm chatting with you guys, you know. So this is a blessing to be able to have this program right here because it's interactive, right? I can walk you guys a little bit more through the price action. I can explain the trades a little bit more thoroughly. I can show you guys and teach you guys how to find these trades, because it's one thing to give a trade setup, but it feels better to teach you how to find the trade, because once you learn how to trade, trading is time freedom. Like, it's not just financial freedom, but trading is time freedom as well. Because once you become financially free from trading, then you start to realize that you only need to trade when you want to trade. And once you master your craft, you realize that there only are certain good times to trade. And if you can focus on those times to trade, then you will be able to like maximize the market. Now that all really comes down to understanding that the market is creating waves of fear and greed over and over and over again. So when the market looks fearful and it looks horrible and it looks uncertain and it looks doubtful and it does looks very unsure, you should probably think about buying. And when the market looks crazy, like everybody is up, everybody's been making money, everybody's in profit, the market's just been running for days, you should think about taking profit and maybe even look for sells. And how all of this is going to play out, somehow mysteriously, all has a relationship to Fibonacci and its growth. And I really believe that that's because what we're witnessing with Bitcoin is the growth of a network. And there's two ways, like I said, you could perceive Bitcoin. A network growing, like an S curve of adoption happening, and a financial market playing out the emotional market cycle. So once you understand these things, you understand what Bitcoin's capable of, where we're at in the cycle, what kind of trading environment we're going to even be looking for, and understand, like I said, like what Bitcoin's capable of. Like when you really start to get this, you start to realize that most likely for Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin should continue to go higher to like in the 60s right now and then drop back to 40 because it needs to create more loss before it goes higher. So all of these concepts, like I said, I'm sharing through Go Live, sending the ideas out through the Swipe Coin app as well, and doing the markups. Doing the markups right here on this on the smooth algorithm as well. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the share and take a couple minutes and see if we can't get in some questions here. All right. I'm just going to try to pick some random questions here. I have no real thoughts on Dogecoin. Is a joke coin. It was made as a joke. Yeah, the good old day of pagers, right? Payphones and pagers, guys. I know some of you guys. I know you know. You guys are in back then. Yes, 16,000 pips in 1 week, 2 trades. It's insane. It was. I think it was. It did come down to just a couple days that it played out too. Yeah, BTC changed his lives. I know, Manny. What's up? We got to get the DCX harmonics. Rocking, bro. Will there be a Bitcoin add-on separate from Swipecoin? No, Bitcoin, most of everything, Bitcoin, Swipecoin is basically all focused around Bitcoin. I can't recommend brokers, but a lot of people are using their spread's way too high though, like Osprey, KOT, Trader's Way. I don't trade XRP. Nick is the XRP master. I don't hold any XRP. Yeah, guys, 47,000 should hold. I'm still in the same setup, guys. All right, blessings. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the love. There's a sign in the middle of the screen. I'm not sure what that is. Scalper is sauce, right? Guys, it's just giving pips all day long. The clouds are, there's 2 algorithms there. There's original and smooth. The original has no clouds. So you can't add clouds to the original. If you click on the original, it'll give you an option for smooth. Smooth is the other algorithm that has the clouds. Yeah, Bitcoin's $1 a pip, guys. Yeah. Yeah, the cloud indicator is on the second strategy. Right now, the scalper is only calling Bitcoin and Ethereum because the way that the parameters that the algorithm looks for to call the trades, only Bitcoin and Ethereum really perform within those parameters. XRP is a little too jumpy, and just Bitcoin and Ethereum just kind of flow with that algorithm best. All right. Yes. Blessings. Let's see. I'm not sure. I'm sure the recording will be up. I'd love to get a copy too. Nice. I'm glad you guys are getting some nuggets from that. Quite honestly, when I went into this kind of like on Go Live, and you guys have been following me for a while, you probably have noticed like I was kind of textbook for a while. Like, yeah, let me show these guys, some things, But then after a while, I was like, oh, I'm just not going to hold back. Like, I'm going to give you guys all the nuggets. Like, I'm going to show you how I reverse engineer Fibonacci, why Fibonacci works, why it's in our DNA, how it's all geared around human emotion. I will tell you, I don't have any opinions on altcoins right now, guys. I don't, because that just could open up so many doors of like each and every individual coin. I'll just kind of summarize it like this. Bitcoin is king, and Bitcoin is going through a super cycle parabolic rise. And that rising tide is going to rise all ships. So all of cryptocurrency coins are going to go up. Some of those coins, if not most of them, are vaporware. They're just pointless coins that have no real utility. There are some nuggets in there, some good coins. There are some gems, the ones that serve good utility. And there are some coins that may give a higher percent gain against the dollar than Bitcoin faster. Like, whereas Bitcoin maybe will go up 200%, but some other coin will go up 800%. Okay. But the thing is that every single coin is always going to play out the emotional cycle. It doesn't matter. So if you're going to get into an altcoin, don't get emotionally attached to it, because I've seen people turn $50,000 into $2 million and then forget to sell at the top of euphoria because they're emotionally attached to the coin, because the coin, they have this new deal with Sony, or they're releasing their app next week, or they just hired whatever. There's always a narrative to keep emotionally holding your coin. Don't do it. Just like, remember, most altcoins are just vehicles to make more Bitcoin, or if not more dollars. One to 47 risk to reward. Yeah, it's insane. I didn't even add it up like that. I think Bitcoin's starting to swing to 62. Honestly, I think the first entry ran a couple thousand pips, but didn't follow through. But basically put in a higher low, and it looks like it's still holding and wants to do it. Right? Yes, I got this through the merchandise store. Right? It's lit. No, I don't hold any XLM. If Bitcoin retests 40K before it creates a new high, would it then have to retest again when making a new high? I think what Bitcoin is going to do is go to 60s, and then back to like 39 or 40, and then run to 90. And then I think that 40 will be the lowest that we ever go again. Nice, nice, nice. Yes, you can trade high frequency Bitcoin. Yep. I don't think Elon's going to invest. I think Elon understands that Dogecoin is a joke. It's like a meme coin. Like, he's not investing in it for. I wouldn't say he has the same attitude towards it as Bitcoin. If he does, he's not well educated in Bitcoin or in cryptocurrency. Like, Doge just never has the potential to be what Bitcoin is. All right, all right, all right. Bitcoin stock, I would say like a GBC, GBTC, or something like that. Yeah, as Bitcoin goes up, any Bitcoin stock is going to go up. The way I look at it like this is there's going to be more and more. Like, for instance, right now there's GBTC, which is like a custodial way to have access to Bitcoin. So for some people, some people don't want to hold Bitcoin or take the responsibility of moving their Bitcoin or holding their Bitcoin, right? But they want to have exposure to Bitcoin. So they will invest in like things like Bitcoin stock and stuff like that. We'll probably see more and more of that as Bitcoin becomes mainstream. was buying at 47. Where are we at now? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I hope that's our goal. We're really trying to like really drop the education. I don't want like I'm not trying to have you guys just be mediocre traders. Like I want to treat you how to become master traders. And everybody we've been bringing to our team has a lot of sauce to add, like a lot of value to bring. All right, I'm going to try to pick some questions through here. A lot of it's the same. I think by the first week in March, Bitcoin will hit 62. Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, Kurt breaks down the fibs really good. I mean, even in Swipecoin in the app in those videos, the fast start, there's a quick video about Fibonacci as well. I'll answer this one real quick before we head out here. What are 3 good things you will first work on in being a good trader? That's a good one. All right. Discipline, risk management, and emotional response to the market. So discipline and patience kind of go hand in hand. Risk management is a must, and emotional response to the market. Yeah. Because remember, the majority of people are losing, right? Majority of people are losing. So in that, there's an edge. Okay. Using Voyager to receive interest from crypto coins. I guess they're basically holding it and staking it in some way. I mean, sure, but remember, not your keys, not your coins. So if something happens with Voyager, you're not going to have access to your coins. You can really start trading Bitcoin with a couple $100. I've taken like $200 to $300 accounts on the scalper on breakouts and just flipped them. Yeah, there's an edge in that, right? Once you understand that this is geared towards loss, there's an edge in it. Really, it's just like buy the fear, sell the greed, guys. If you study it right, you will never lose. You know, that's a really good point. Like, I'm hardly wrong on my directional analysis. If I'm wrong, like if I'm 80%, right, the 2 out of 10 times that I'm wrong are not like quite often it's not that I'm wrong in the direction, but my timing was off, you know, like the wrong entry. Exactly. Like just like the timing is like timing. You don't know what the timing is going to bring. You know, timing is just like one of those things. It's like, yeah, you adapt. It's like a game of chess. You adapt, but like if you stick to certain things and certain parameters, then you keep working it and until it works. You know. Yeah, getting it down to precision and precise entries. Exactly. But Bitcoin's more and more volatile every day. You know, like I've gotten it down to where I can identify. I was getting down to like 200 pip windows where I can identify a 200 pip window that the price may turn around. But now that's turned into almost like a 400 pip window sometimes because it's just so volatile. But yeah, obviously, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm no master. I'm just somebody who's been doing this for a long time. And then, you know, so I keep learning more and more every day, you know, so I'm still perfecting my craft, but I've gotten good enough at it where that's my thing. I don't read any trading books. I haven't, I'm sorry. I just learned by just marking up the charts. No, I don't use Voyager. No. I don't know anything too much about it. All right, guys. Thank you. Many blessings. Manny, I'm going to pass it back to you. If you're still there, pretty sure you're still there, bro.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, bro.
All right, Mr. Picasso, again, I want to thank you so much for just that incredible wisdom and insight that you provided for us here. Again, I mean, you just really open up the world of cryptocurrency to us. You simplify trading, you make it so simple. And then I think the biggest asset here in the company is not just the education, but it's like having Picasso's brain in our pocket. Like for me, this is the modern day of having Jordan Belfort just telling us what trades to call. And then that's what we have with you inside of the company. So we're blessed to have you. Thank you so much for the education. Everybody, can you guys drop a DCX for me in the chat box one more time for Mr. Crypto Picasso? If you guys got some absolutely insane value, remember, if you guys want to get access to Swipe Coin, to DCX, learn about the adoption of cryptocurrency through the academy. Again, you can go to the back office. You have one or two options. You can upgrade to the DCX platform, or you can switch your package from whatever package you're on to cryptocurrency. Either way, it's going to be a win-win for you. I would always recommend everybody to have DCX as an additional add-on. Get yourself positioned, trade cryptocurrency, get positioned in the market. And Picasso, just so you know, there's been a couple of people in the market where a couple of people on our team where instead of trading traditional MT4 when you guys were calling out trades, they were actually putting money in Bitcoin, and then they were switching money around in the market. So every time he was calling, they was putting in money, market was going up, they were making money. You know, they were taking it out, waiting for you, putting it back in. So it was very interesting how some people were doing that. And there were people that profited a lot of money doing so. So very, very interesting how you can get money two ways. We're going to get ready to wrap up day 4 of the 5 days of fever with our educator elite, Mr. Crypto Picasso. Again, Picasso, thank you so much. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We will see you guys back here tomorrow for the very next day, final day of the 5 days of fever. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Crypto Picasso, one more time, thank you.
Blessings, bro. Thank you.
On the other side.